The Florida Keys, a pristine network of islands and inlets that plays host to some of the world's most stunning coral reefs and home to myriad species of marine and bird life. Cormorants and other diving birds, experts say, would be the first to suffer as the oil slick now moves down the Gulf Coast. Al Jazeera assembled a team of local divers and marine biologists to document what could be the last chance to see this largely unspoiled world. We're right over a coral reef now. We are several kilometers, quite a few kilometers off the coast. Key West is behind me. I'm going to get in the water now and see what it's like, right up close. The reef is already suffering damage. Extreme temperatures, pollution and mishandling by tourists have taken a toll. Much of the coral has died off.
Well, yeah, this at high tide will be pretty high. You can see the water line on it.
Marine scientist Victoria Impelomeni has spent more than 35 years studying this coastline and says the peculiar island geography here puts the Keys at great risk.
Right. That bridge right there ahead of me is the Boca Chica Bridge, and this is a major funnel after this huge island here. And Key West, anything coming from the Gulf is going to come straight through and out into the Atlantic through this.
The inlets and bays around the islands are vital breeding grounds for marine mammals, including these dolphins, which put on a show for the camera. This is amazing. They're actually swimming on either side of us, crisscrossing all the time. Less forthcoming, but equally important, are turtles and endangered manatees, which spawn in these waters. An oil slick on the surface could be lethal.
Because they have to come to the surface to breathe, they won't be able to do that without getting very ill.
Almost all the islands of the Keys are surrounded by mangrove estuaries. They are a miniature ecosystem, providing food for marine life and form an ideal nursery for a variety of fish and other wildlife like this black crab. At the other end of the food chain, they are also a hunting ground for the majestic bald eagle. These entangled roots could also form the perfect trap for oil pollution. Once it gets here, it will be almost impossible to remove.
All that has to do is come out of water one time, one tide, when there's oil on it, and everything dies.
Almost everybody on the island of Key West depends on the sea for their living. Tour operators, restaurateurs, hotel owners and commercial fishermen could see a big impact on their livelihoods. The oil could arrive as tar balls, relatively easy to disperse, or in some other weathered form. But for now, as people watch the widespread devastation wrought by the oil slick on the Louisiana coast, they're wondering what will happen when the pollution reaches here. Anand, Naidoo, Al Jazeera in the Florida Keys.